Hello, friends. In last class or in last lecture, we have seen how to read and how to print the strings, and then we have seen some arrays of strings concept and programming examples. Now we will move to next topic, that is string handling functions, which is very interesting and very important topic. String handling functions are also called as string manipulation functions, or string library functions, or string built-in functions. Okay, so these C language supports many number of string handling functions, so that are going to deal with strings. Okay, so how to handle these strings that are nothing but string handling functions. So C supports many number of string handling functions. Let us discuss only few among those string handling functions which are frequently used in day-to-day problems. So these string handling functions are defined in the header file string.h. Therefore, whenever we want to use these string handling functions, we must include that header file string.h in our program. Okay, so let us start with string handling functions. So here I have written almost some 10 to 11 string handling functions, but we will just look into some very few string handling functions which are very frequently and most commonly used in day-to-day programming problems. So first one is string length. So this function returns or gives us the length of the string. So in last lecture I already told string length is nothing but the number of actual characters of that string, but string size is nothing but the actual number of actual characters plus one null character. Okay, so that is a string size, but string length is only the number of actual characters stored in that string. So this function, particular function string length strlen, provides or returns or gives us the length of that string. Second function, strcpy, the string copy function is used to copy the string to another string. Okay, string ncpy, it means that only leftmost n characters of that string, if we want to copy and paste in another um, string, then we can use this string n copy function. Then a string cat function, actually it is a string concatenation function. Concatenation is nothing but joining or join. So two strings are there, two different strings are there, we want to join them and we want to make it as a single string. So at that time we can use this string concatenation string. And string compare function. So this is very important and interesting function, that is string compare function. Here two strings will be there, we want to compare them. Okay, so then we will look into these all string functions one by one, with their syntax and explanation, and also some programming examples. So one more function we can study here, that is a string n compare. It means this function compares only leftmost n string characters of that of a string. Okay, how these comparing and these all concatenation will be done, we will see now one by one. Very interesting topic it is. Let us start from first string handling function, string length. This function returns an integer value. It means it gives us one integer value at the end of the program. That integer value is nothing but it will be length of the string. Okay, so it does not include any null character. So here if it includes a null character, then it becomes size of that string. Okay, so here we are interested in length of that string, so it gives us length of the string. So it does not include null character. So string length syntax is strlen. In the parenthesis the parameter will be str, that is a variable name, string variable name, then followed by semicolon. Example is here strlen strlen vsmit. uh, this vsmit is nothing but it is a string. Okay, so here length of the string vsmit is 5 because 5 characters are there, but size of this string will be 6, but we are not interested in size, we are interested in length. So strlen function we use, and that function gives us the value which is 5. That 5 is an integer value, it is the length of that string. One more example we will see here, that is string length of good morning. The length of this string is 12 including space. There are 12 characters are there. After j it will not count null character as a number of characters. So it just gives us one integer value, that is 12. And in next before going to next function, first we will see one programming example on string length, then we will go. Okay, here string length program is there, hash include stdio.h, and one more preprocessor statement we write here, that is hash include string.h, because we are going to use string handling function string length in our program, so we must include that header file string.h also in our program. Next declare that string with data type char, and string name or string name is str with the size 5. It means a string can contain maximum number of characters is 5 characters. So open the main function and enter a string /n. It means cursor comes to next line, there you read the string. Gets function I am using here to read the string, gets str, print that string, printf length of the string. So printf statement in that control string is what, here one clear statement we are going to type or print or display on monitor screen, that is length of the string is %d. Since string length is returning us one integer value, so I am using this format specifier. What is that? %d. This %d is nothing but value of strlen of str. Directly that syntax of that function we can write here, and since it is returning us integer value, so I used format specifier %d here, then close the main function. So you practice this program in your laptop. Let me to move to next string handling function, that is string copy, strcpy. It is used to copy one string to another string. Syntax is like this, strcpy in parenthesis first string will be always string 1, that string 1 is nothing but here destination string, comma string 2 is a source string. It means that you copy the string, that copied string will be here, and that where you are going to paste that copied string, that string is nothing but destination string. So syntax you remember carefully, strcpy destination string, comma source string, at last semicolon. The contents of source string are copied into destination string. Okay, here we will see one example, a programming example on string copy. See here one programming language, program is there, strcpy hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, char source string size is 5, destination string size is also 5. So open the main function. After opening the main function, you display one printf statement there, that is enter a source string and read that source string by using the gets function, and here the name of that variable, string variable is src, and printf print one statement on monitor screen, that is copied destination string is %s, comma strcpy of a destination string comma source string. Directly you can write the syntax of this strcpy here, and this function also gives one string as a output. So we are going to use a format specifier as percentage %s here, not percentage %d. Okay, and close the main function. You try these programming examples in your laptop. Okay, next we will move to strncpy. It is used to copy only the leftmost n characters from source string to destination string. Here we are not going to copy all the characters. Here we are just copying only n characters from source string to destination string. So the file function is syntax of function is strncpy destination string comma source string. Here n is nothing but number of characters to be copied from source string to destination string. The first n characters of a source string are copied into destination string. Okay, so here example is there, strncpy name comma Basavaraj comma 6. Here name is nothing but a destination string, Basavaraj is a source string, and 6 is a number of characters, how many characters you want to copy. So this copies the first 6 characters, that is nothing but leftmost 6 characters of source string. So the source string is Basavaraj, so count the 6 characters, 1 2 3 4 5 6 Basava. So these Basava will be copied. It means that 6 characters B A S A V A are copied from the string Basavaraj to the string name. So this is a string name is a name which is a destination string. So these 6 characters will be copied from this string to this string. So let us see one programming example here again. Hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, char source destination, both size are 5. Open the main function, enter a source string, gets a source, printf copied destination string is percentage %s. Since it is returning or giving us one string, so format specifier percentage %s, and its variable name is strncpy, the destination comma source comma 2. It means that here only 2 characters I want to copy from source string to destination string, and close the main function. Let us go to next function, very interesting function, string concatenation. It is used to combine, join or concatenate two strings. It appends one string to another. It means it joins one string to already existing string. So one string is there, and at the end of that string one more string will be attached. That is nothing but concatenation. The syntax is strcat destination string comma source string semicolon. So here we will see some simple examples first, then we will go to programming example. strcat first string is vsm, and second string is it. So destination is vsm, source string is it. Ultimately the destination is this string, no? So concatenation will give the destination string as a vsm it, and the string concatenation first destination string is Basava, and second source string is Raj. So once we concatenate this, then it gives us Basava Raj. Then well is a destination string, source string is come to Nippani. Then the concatenated string will be welcome to Nippani. We'll see one programming example here. Hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, char source destination, both of them have size of 50 50, and then open the main function. After opening the main function, enter the source string, read the source string by using gets, then enter the destination string, then destination string also you read with gets, and printf, that is a concatenated final destination string is percentage yes. So that directly you write that syntax strcat destination comma source and close the main function. strcmp, very interesting and very important function actually. In your lab experiment you are going to use this function. It is used to compare the two strings character by character. Its name itself is string compare. So this string is used to compare two strings character by character. It does a case sensitive comparison between two strings. So it means that capital letter A is different from small letter a, capital letter P is different from small letter p, like this. So because how it is going to compare, it doesn't compare the strings like one string is poor and one string is rich, one string is lengthy and one string is strong short, not like that. So it will compare the strings alphabetically. It means that all alphabets or all characters have their own ASCII characters, have their own values. So based on those ASCII values of those ASCII characters, it compares, and which one is a greater, which one is a smaller, and which characters are equal. It compares and it tells us. Okay. So syntax is strcmp and string 1 comma string 2, at last at the end semicolon is there. It returns an integer number again. This integer number will be only three types of integer numbers. Either it returns as 0, or either it returns as positive, or else it returns as a negative value. It returns 0 when it returns 0 if string 1 and string 2 are equal. When it returns a positive value, if string 1 is if one string 1 is alphabetically greater than string 2, then it returns a positive value. It returns negative value if string 1 is alphabetically lesser than string 2. Just we will see some examples here, then you will understand clearly. So example is here strcmp in double quotes, first string is abc, second string is in double quotes, again it is a small letter abc. Always remember, in ASCII character table, capital or uppercase letters comes first in the list, and later we get lowercase letters. So here uppercase letters have a minimum ASCII value than lowercase letters. So here the first character of first string a will be compared with the first character of second string, that is small letter a. So among these capital A and small a, since capital A comes first in a ASCII value or ASCII value table or ASCII character table, their capital A comes first, so obviously its number will be lesser than small letter a. So here now the first string is greater than second string. Second string is greater than first string, because ASCII value of small letter a is larger than ASCII value of uppercase letter, and b also comes after capital B. So this ASCII value of small letter b is more than ASCII value of small letter b, capital letter b, and similarly ASCII value of lowercase c or small letter c is more than ASCII value of capital C. So ultimately this string 2 is greater than string 1. Since string 2 is greater than string 1, it returns negative value. See here, negative value. It returns minus 32. How we get minus 32? ASCII value of capital A is 65 and ASCII value of small a is 97. Then 65 minus 97 is equal to minus 32. So we will get one negative value because string 2 is greater than string 1, but always we subtract the string 1 ASCII value of string 1 minus ASCII value of string 2. So here string compare function is returning a negative value, negative integer value. Similarly, you can try with other examples like capital A, capital B, capital A, small b, and so string 1 is capital A, capital B, string 2 is A, B, capital A, small b, and here string 1 is uppercase VSMIT, string 2 is lowercase VSMIT. So here uppercase VSMIT, second is uppercase VSMIT, sorry, Nipani. Like this you can try with other programming examples. Okay, so strings. We will see the programming example for this string compare here. See, hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, char string 1 is 50 size, string 2 size is 50. Open the main function, printf enter the first string, gets string 1, printf enter the second string, gets string 2, printf compared result is %d. Since this function is returning us one positive integer value or negative integer value or 0, so this is ultimately returning integer value, so we are going to use format specifier as %d. The %d is nothing but value of string compare of string 1 comma string 2. Okay, so here you can close the main function, or else if you want to make a clear program or efficient program, you can add some lines here like this. If string compare string 1 comma string 2 is equal to 0, you can print one statement in your program, that is strings are equal. If string compare of string 1 comma string 2 is less than 0, then string 1 is less than string 2. It means string 2 is greater than string 1. It means that it is returning us negative value. Then string, if string compare of string 1 comma string 2 is greater than 0, then it means it is returning as positive value. It means clearly string 1 is greater than string 2. Greater than is nothing but alphabetically greater than, smaller than means alphabetically smaller than. Then we will see one last function, string handling function, strncmp. It compares the first n characters of two strings. String compare, n compare string 1 comma string 2 comma n. It returns 0 if first n characters of both string 1 and string 2 are equal, and it returns a positive number if first n characters of string 1 are alphabetically greater than string 2, and it returns negative value if first n characters of string 1 are alphabetically lesser than string 2. Here we will see some examples. String n compare. Here first string is ringtone, and here it is ringmaster, string 2 is ring master and n value is 4. It means that here we are interested in comparing only leftmost 4 characters of string 1 and string 2. So here capital RING is there, and here also capital letter RING is there, 4 characters. So both are same here. ASCII value of capital R and capital R are same. So this ASCII value of capital R minus ASCII value of this capital R is equal to 0. Similarly, ASCII value of small letter I, ASCII value of small letter I, both are same, is equal to 0. So n ASCII value of n is minus ASCII value of small letter n is equal to 0. ASCII value of small letter g minus ASCII value of small letter g is equal to 0. So since all characters are having same ASCII values, so their subtraction or difference will be 0. So it means clearly it returns us 0. If it returns us 0, it means that first n characters of first string and second strings are equal. So in this example we can see here string n compare. So telephone is there, all are small letter TELEPHONE, comma second string is iPhone, IPHONE. So n number of characters is nothing but 5 number of characters. So first 5 characters of telephone will be compared with first 5 characters of iPhone, and it returns the value positive value, that is 11. Why it is 11? You just understood that why it is positive first. Why it is positive? Because string 1 is greater than string 2 here, so it is returning us positive. And you should find out why string 1 is greater than string 2. So you should keep on comparing the ASCII value of t with ASCII value of small letter I, and you subtract it, you get some positive value, and you just compare this ASCII value of small letter e with ASCII value of capital P. So like this, if you keep on comparing the ASCII values of characters, then you will get this positive value, that is plus 11. Now let us see on some programming example on this string n compare. Hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h, char string 150, string 250. Open the main function, enter the first string, gets str1, enter the second string, gets string 2. Once you get string 1 and string 2, now start comparing. Compared result is percentage %d, since it is returning us either 0 or negative value or positive value, and these all values are of integers. I am using format specifier percentage %d. So this percentage d is nothing but the value returned by this strncpy of str1 comma str2 comma 2. So for example, I have written n value here as 2. It means it compares leftmost 2 characters of string 1 with string 2. Open the main function here. In next lecture we study some searching and sorting algorithms.